the U.S. economy has recorded its strongest growth in nearly 40 years as it recovers from the pandemic. The latest data released this hour by the Department of Commerce shows annualized growth of 6.4% in the first quarter. Simon Marks joins us now. Simon, what's contributing to this recovery?
Stimulus money, Liz, is the short answer to that. But I think there's no question the markets are going to take some comfort from these numbers. Some analysts were expecting a slightly better number than this, but 6.4% growth in the first quarter, broadly in line with market expectations. Remember that in the previous quarter, growth was just 4.3%. So this is evidence that the Biden administration is going to be able to point to buttress the president's claims in his speech to Congress that the U.S. economy is ready for takeoff and indeed is perhaps halfway down the runway, preparing to soar once again. But it is all of that stimulus money that was pumped into the economy by former President Donald Trump and then again by President Biden, those $1,400 stimulus checks that analysts say are fueling this very badly needed economic expansion here.
Yeah, and Simon, does this mean that the economy has fully recovered from the pandemic-induced recession? Any factors that could derail this?
Well, I think there is still nervousness. There's no question about that among investors and economic analysts, because while the United States is showing signs of recovery, there are still potential threats out there, including the vaccine hesitancy and skepticism being expressed by millions of Americans towards the COVID-19 jabs, raising the question as to whether this country is ever going to attain herd immunity. We know that 30% of the country has been fully vaccinated, but that demand for the vaccines is now beginning to slow, which is one of the reasons why President Biden is arguing it's the patriotic duty of Americans to get vaccinated in large measure to help shore up the economic recovery and build upon it. There's also anxiety about what happens when cities across the country fully reopen. The mayor of New York, Bill de Blasio, has announced here today that all restrictions in New York City are going to be dropped on July the 1st. Some economic voices here have argued that that could lead to inflationary pressures as people suddenly return to the shops and start spending all the money that they haven't spent while the economy has been restricted and under lockdown.
All right, many thanks for that. Simon Marks there speaking to us in Washington, D.C.